Hey, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So, based off of what we last analyzed maybe about a month ago, we see the equilibriums and we still haven't broken that low, which is a beautiful thing. Now, this can be retested still. No need to get overzealous past that point. We do have the cup close down here at the 3886. Yep. All right. Let's see here. Let's mark that 3886, huh? 0.720. I'm just gonna get as close as we can here. 3886 720. Let's mark it right here. That's good enough. I can always do this, and you know, always do that. Make it easier for myself. Now, let's go into this analysis a bit. First, let's take a look at the technicals. The technicals are great indicators. We have the 5, 20, and 25-day moving average. This 20-day moving average could hold. Certainly could. If we do break down below this 20-day moving average, just be aware. Just be aware that we could see further movement down. And here's the algorithm that it's at. This is on a daily chart, so let's mark it from this high because we're still continuing in it. In essence, we are. Let's make that 1 point, make it thinner so we can analyze this a little bit clearer. And about the same thing right here. Pretty similar, but we'll make it as precise as possible. I don't trade gold personally, but a chart is a chart. No matter what you're analyzing, it's very, very similar in nature. The price action and volatility may not be the same. Like I said, I personally don't trade gold right now. I only trade on SPY, so the ETF for SPX, and as well the Qs, so Nasdaq, QQQ, and SPY is what I trade primarily. But I do have good people that I know, good friends I could say, that do participate in trading this market. And this is as clear as day when it comes to the indicators. Bottom Bollingers right here. We use the five. We use the moving averages, the 520 and 25 and 200-day, and as well the Bollinger Bands. Now, beautiful cup close right here. We see how we could hit bottom Bollinger, and we could escape from this selling algorithm that we're in. And if all you have to do is duplicate it, and let's duplicate this one. All you have to do is duplicate it, and you'll see that this is now the dual algorithm. You don't have to look at it singularly, but you can look at it in a dual fashion. And we'll change the color of this to make a distinction. We'll make a good distinction with a blue. So, and that's the dual algorithm right here. We can keep it here, and we could even do it again if we so pleased, just for sake of clarity, if we so pleased. But there's that's not too important. Once you have the initial two giving you a clear line of resistance, and you can make sense of it through the algorithms, and we'll just hide the moving averages here just so we have a bit more clarity while viewing this, because I know it can become chaotic in nature when you start to look at algorithms. Now we're on a daily chart here, and I don't want to extend this video too long, but it's as clear as day. People use different tools in order to succeed, and respect to each tool, respect to each method that an individual uses. You can find success through many means in the market, but this is as low. This is as low as we're gonna go, if it so pleases to go this low. The 3,886 mark. That's you don't want to be overzealous past that. If we do have a drop, here's the equilibrium. How many points is that? Now, Again, the thing about the market is you can't predict the market, but this is a clear equilibrium. It's a zone of mutual interest. One could even say so. This could be a very, very, very easy Zumi trade throughout days, especially if it abides by this blue algorithm. This is a good selling precision. It's if it was a lesser, a controlled selling, you may see something like that. You know, you may see something like that. It's just like that, and then we could bounce. Oh, yeah. Then we could bounce from this bottom Bollinger Band, and from there, if you take a look at it, one moment, let's zoom out a bit here. Gosh darn, let's zoom out a bit here, and we can see a proper head form. Check this out. You can see a proper head form off of this. We'll make this green for distinction purposes. This will act as a left shoulder, that liquidity, and then over here, and it has to trade outside of it. And this on a daily chart, so you can't be overzealous when it comes to bullish moves if we're still gonna be inside this algorithm, and very, very soon it could break. Next day is 12 hours from now. That's the thing about futures; it's always moving, opposed to SPY. Opposed to stocks. Futures are always moving. Similar to crypto, I believe. But check this out. If we were to break this next day, we would have to start trading above 4,084. You know, we would see the algorithm get outside of that. But right shoulder could form over here in this range, and then we could just see a move something like this. And again, you don't want to predict, but you do have to analyze and foresee what it could be like, Now, let's go into some smaller time frames now for more clarity. And the thing about using the algorithms, I can set this visibility up for what I want to see it on. I only want to see it on the daily chart. But everything these four algorithms, this dual algorithm, that I only want to see it on the daily chart. I don't like the charts to get too messy. Each time frame, according to its algorithm, it's good enough. I want to keep this video short, so we're gonna jump down to the 30-minute chart and see what's going on here. This is already a beautiful inverse head and shoulder pattern. We closed the cup at this 4,110. Even got a little more, about 20 points up from that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you see easy weight down. We're filling that gap a bit. We have one more, and this is prior. This was prior to like a month ago when I was analyzing this 4,157 mark. Once we drop below that, if you were ready, it was gonna be an obvious move. Check this out. Your head formed here. We had a nested head and shoulder, but here's the bigger left shoulder, and you see how we just grabbed that with no issue. We start forming liquidity right below it, and that trade was it's as clear as day. But until it happens, sometimes it isn't. But like I said, each chart is different. I find gold to be just beautiful the way it operates in terms of price movement, and we see the zone of mutual interest, and this is where we're at. We can come down to this 3943 and close a cup, 3886, close a cup. But this zone of mutual interest that we're hitting, this is great liquidity to be used by either the bulls or the bears. If we want to continue heading further down, you must see price action trade below the 3886. All right, now time for some algorithms a bit here. Let's try to keep this brief. Time for some algorithms. I mean, you see the inverse head shoulder pattern this already succeeded, but now we're here at a retest, and if you can see it out of this retest, here's your head, your left shoulders, right shoulder. So yeah, if it wants to get down here, man, it's very, very clear based off of the structure. You absolutely can't miss it, but you have to be patient for it. If you're not patient for it, you'll end up over trading or you'll rush an entry, and which you never want to do, because we can make money in the market every single day of our lives if we so please. But the thing about day trading that I've come to in essence discover, but what was learned through my mentor's help, and my mentor is available to anybody. He's right on YouTube. I've been in his discords. Well, I've been in his Discord, and as well I've talked to him personally. But the beautiful thing about the man is, I never even seen the guy's face, but yet he gives abundant knowledge. Um, so let's check this out. The algorithm we're in, man. We're gonna mark this right here because we got the high from the head, right shoulder forming. So check this out. We're at 11 minutes here. Apologies. You may already be able to see all these moves from the 11 minutes we've been talking, but I just want to go through the algorithms on a lower time frame on the intraday analysis. So right now we're in a controlled selling. When we're in a controlled selling, oh man, this oh, that's ugly. Pardon me. But when we're in controlled selling, man, this can be used by the bulls. Um, Say we get down to this equilibrium at the 399, so right below 4,000. Head forms, beautiful left shoulder over here, and we get outside of this algorithm, right shoulder, so it would look something like this. Maybe a little retest there, but then back up to some highs, even maybe getting back up here for sure. And for sure. But you gotta wait. You gotta wait and be patient for that. You can't rush it. So there's no need. There's no need to say, oh, okay, yeah, here's the bounce, here's the bounce. When you use the algorithms, and this is really the only one we need on the 30-minute chart right now. When you use the algorithms, man. Gosh, I thought I got out of thought I got out of that. All right. All these dots scattered now around the plots. But anyway, until we get out of this is the main algorithm we need to pay attention to. Let's look at the nope, see. And that's the thing about candlesticks. You can clearly mark where the lows are and the highs, the open and the close. From right here, may have to go a bit further down, and let's check out this point, this 3943 area. There was great retest down here, and you see how we just rejected going down lower. Um, the buyers were buying up strongly at these lows over here. So we may be able to find an algorithm that aligns 930 and 931. Let's try to get this as close as we can. Doesn't need to be perfect, because even when it's perfect, I've noticed more times than not that we'll roughly get within a in terms of SPY, and in terms of the stocks I'm dealing with when it comes to analyzing the charts. You're roughly in a range of like 15 cents to 50 cents. It could be away from the algorithm or even the equilibrium. For example, right here, once we broke past it, and if you missed it right here and you're like, gosh darn it, and say you wanted the retest. What's this retest? What, $3? Oh, excuse me, 3,000. What the fuck is that? Stuff for law. What is that? That's $3. Yeah, yeah, just $3 off, man. You know, it's a good retest. It's a good read if you can get that, but there was no need. The reason why is because this algorithm here supported us for a while, and I'll just go like this to make it clear. This algorithm right there supported us well, even broke out in a stronger precision, and that just made the move even easier. But you have to be plotting those algorithms. This on a 30-minute chart, so when you have a strong precision like that in the 30-minute chart, it's a beautiful thing. It truly is. Okay, so we see that this algorithm, maybe let me get over here. Nope, nope, not at all, not at all. This algorithm got broke during. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, just beautiful. Remember this Head and Shoulder we were analyzing earlier? Yeah, you could have discovered that algorithm way back when, man. Way back Wednesday, November the 5th. And this head didn't occur until November 13th, and November 14th hits, and soon as we broke past that, as soon as we broke past this controlled buying algorithm, because a precision algorithm is what you see right here. This is your precision. This is always your money maker, a precision. Same thing, same thing when it comes to selling. Let's find something even more beautiful. Yeah, precision selling. Right here, right here. Precision selling. You always find something beautiful in the precision. That's your money makers. You always want to be taking your profit in the precision. If you're in a controlled buying, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good to use that as support and all. And we'll make it a dual algorithm just for sake of clarity here. And we can mark it about right there. Should be pretty. Yeah, it is. We can mark it even closer from where we initially discovered it, right? And you see right there. And the precision algorithms just help guide us up there even easier. But nonetheless, once you saw the break, and which is now this blue controlled buying algorithm, it was pretty clear. It's pretty clear that this is a zone of mutual interest that we were going to get to, and this is already more than enough. Um, Look at that, $60 more than enough, and a $64 in a single day. Um, I don't know the cost of contracts when it comes to gold. Like I said, I trade SPY. So I mean, if you can comprehend this algorithm and the break of it, and you see how we got back to this zone of mutual interest, and the zone of mutual interest now, if we're going to be bullish, if price action is going to break above resistance at the 4,130, then we have the zone of mutual interest up here, just waiting for us, to grab it and go even higher in the market. But again, can't rush it, can't predict it. You can only foresee and analyze, and what we have analyzed so far, or what I have analyzed, and you can make analysis of your own. But for me personally, I would love to see a retest down here. I think this aligns with the bottom Bollinger, somewhere around there, back on the daily chart. Where's that bottom Bollinger at? Yeah, right below this, And this bottom Bollinger can trend up in the next day or two by the end of the month. But man, yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. That's really the main algorithm you need to look out for right now. That's what we're trading in, 30-minute wise, and you can see that you're using your tools that you have available, you're using your methods, you're using your strategy, which is going to make you money. Then it's a good deal. But allow this to help guide you. Learn to use the algorithms. It's really not too difficult. The biggest difficulty in trading is being patient, sitting on your hands, waiting for a great move. And this structure, it's already beautiful. This is a fair retest. If you're rushing it, this is fair. This isn't a bad read. If you say I want calls here, it's not a bad read. But realistically, look at the algorithm you're in. Realistically, look at the algorithm here. Until we break this algorithm, man, we're not going back up to no 4,084. I mean, like, hey, maybe by if this candle want to just be a strong precision for some reason, sure. But the later we get in this, the later the time gets, the more price action that goes on, the longer the duration it continues in this algorithm. You see that the lower and lower this resistance becomes. Like, man, what is it right now? If we were to bounce from this moment right here, and in the next few hours we got back up to this point, that's it. That's the so until you're trading above this algorithm, man, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere on the upside. I'll tell you that. But this is not a terrible read, but better read to see close the cup. You can always wait for cups to close, and once that happens, you can make a decision from there. And your risk can be slim. Your risk can be short. You don't have to risk a lot of money, especially when you can see the algorithms. Like, man, if it starts trading below, for example, you see price movement going and you see a rejection off of this low, this 3,997. Just give up the bullish call, bro. Just give up the bullish call. I mean, everybody, every participator in the market, could get screwed over right here when we start trading below. That's if it happens. If it bounces positively, then it bounces positively, man. And we'll draw it out one more time, just for sake of seeing things. So say we bam, and then we maybe a little lower, but then as soon as we start getting out of that, as soon as we start getting out of this algorithm, you can have a little more faith in the move, because say we trade a little bit lower, but it doesn't reject, keeps going, and you see beautiful left shoulder liquidity right in this range, and you just wait to see the new highs, but it has to continue in some type of buying algorithm from there. This video is pretty lengthy, so pardon me if you like to skip forward on things. You sure can, but if you can, I would hope you had stuck around for the full video. Again, supports here, 3943 and 3886. So you can afford to be patient. And we'll do one last time frame down to the minute. Let me kind of see what's going on right now. So here we have it. And again, this doesn't need to be, for sake of time, we're not going to make this extremely precise, 100%, more like 90% precise, 95. But line of resistance, this is controlled selling. The bulls can use this, and as you see, nice precision buying, nice precision buying, very beautiful, right off of that equilibrium at 4,040. And as soon as this cup closed, honestly, and it, we had a slight pullback, and this move's pretty volatile, but very slight pullback, nothing to worry about here. Closed the cup initially, and as soon as this cup closed, there's your trade. Next cup close, on a grander scale. Next cup close, level by level, algorithm by algorithm. Alhamdulillah, I learned all of this. I learned all of this throughout the years of my studying through my mentor, and it works. But you have to be patient, and whatever tools you're using, use them. Whatever works, it works. But, these algorithms, these technicals, the structure. Because from here, personally, and I'll make this the last point, from here personally, big left shoulder liquidity to grab. Beautiful move back up to 4,110 just from this point alone. So you see, we closed the cup, didn't trade below, easy move back up. But if it doesn't hold in this blue algorithm, and we see further selling, you'll see it from the algorithms. More support down at this blue algo, even more support at this red. The further it expands, the lower you can get and abide by the algorithms. Now I pray this made sense. If it didn't, please leave a comment. Help me to improve so I can be better and I can help you be better. Yes, indeed. Alhamdulillah. Let's be short here and look at one more. No, it's all clear. It's all clear. It's all very, very clear from here. I'll mark this, and we can see, and we're gonna know when you fall out of the precision buying. You'll know it. Let's see here. We'll begin doing it from here. 4,047 to 4,050. Okay, just like that. It aligns pretty well from right here, but this was even stronger. This was a bit stronger, and we fell out of that. And you see, so as soon as we fell out of this algorithm, this candle right here, 8:36. That's the time. And personally for me, where I'm at right now, it's 2:38 a.m. It's a very late video for me. Very busy throughout the day, but here's here's the selling algorithm, which could be controlled selling. This could be, in essence, operating as a handle. We have to mark it from about here. This could be operating as a slight handle. So, you can't let this scare you, especially, we can't let it fake you out. Let's not say scared, but fake you out. You can't let it fake you out, because this is great structure. This is a great point. We're back in the blue. We're back in the blue channel. And if this because this was precision selling. If this precision selling doesn't hold, and especially off of the support, this is our support line right here now, back in this controlled selling algo. This support line. This is a stronger handle, but man, I just want to go the next minute or two, then I'll end this video. But this is a live analysis of what's going on today. What are we gonna do here? And you have an equilibrium retest right here at the 4,047, and even another one right here, 4,040. Again, I don't trade gold much, but well, I don't trade gold at all. But again, analyzing a chart is analyzing a chart. Everything it's consistent throughout the market. Analysis can be applied to anything, and there it is. Rejection, beautifully off of the blue, just a little bit higher, just a little bit off. And then, oh, look at it. That's the buyers, and we can't look at this second by second. We don't have that. Look at that. The buyers said, "Yeah, buddy, we're not going down. We're not going down." So we're gonna mark this point right here as another equilibrium, 4,051. Another equilibrium right here. We want to hold. We want to hold at this blue. Hold at this blue, because we see at the top equilibrium, 4,063 equilibrium, and then finally the algorithm resistance. Oh man, well, the sellers are strong, man. Oh, beautifully off. Oh man, that's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded. See right here, me personally, I'm taking my money. Especially if I got in right here. But hey, to each trader do their own thing. But me personally, this is more than enough. Hey, I trade 1 point moves, man. Like a 1 point move is sufficient for me. This, getting in at this equilibrium, seeing it, how could we identify this? There it is right there. There's the identification. We didn't trade below 4,039. Did we? We barely did. But this is on a 1-minute chart. 1-minute chart. This right here, if you entered in early, if for some reason you entered in early, looking for a bounce from maybe where we're trading at right now. Oh yep, it was just competing. It was just they're always competing, right? Naturally, but it's not the full story. Just because buyers and sellers are competing You have your equilibriums as well, and you have your structure. This is a inverse head and shoulder structure. It's not the strongest, so that's the thing about it. There's really not a great left shoulder here. Really not a great left shoulder there, I tell you. Oops, darn it. I always got to click here. Make sure I get out of that. Yeah, not the greatest left shoulder. A better left shoulder is all the way up here at these equilibriums from the 4006-3 to especially the cup close 4008-4. You know, once we got here and then maybe we build another handle similarly to what we're trying to do here to push up more, and we can mark this because we're discovering this minute by minute. 880717, both at the 4005-4, 880. This is we'll make it a little more precise. There we go. Let's just make, what did I say again? Gosh darn it. And we'll mark it right there right now. 717. That's what it was, but nonetheless, it's close enough. It's close enough. You want to make it really precise, be my guest once you're using the algorithms, but this is good enough. 31 minutes. Apologies. This is a long video, but it's a live analysis, so bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah. If we're gonna stay in this pink algorithm again, like you should have already made money off of this retest. And this candle right here was a dead giveaway. Small little pullback, allowing you to re-enter in at the 4040, and from there, just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You can identify support algorithms as well if we are going to drop. But you should already be taking profit. There's no need to not take your money, but I comprehend that, hey, we're looking for bigger moves, big money, but is this not enough? Is this not enough? I don't know if trading gold abides by the same standards, but shoot, man, alhamdulillah, for me, I get a 9-point move on SPY. That's a 5-figure day just off of one contract, bro. That's a 5-figure day off one contract, and they be on shenanigans over there. As far as I'm analyzing on gold, I'm not seeing too many shenanigans here with big money, the institutional traders, really moving the market. But again, that's why there was no need to freak out at this precision. Then it fell out, and now we're playing around at this blue algorithm. Don't really know what's going to happen, man. That's why you can't predict. It's exactly why you can't predict. Because if you're predicting, you're going to say, forget it. Let me get this cup closed right here. And then it could happen. Very, very well. This can happen. This could have continued. This could have sustained, but only if it did sustain in this blue buying algorithm. But it didn't. It didn't. As soon as it broke out, I am taking my money. I'm like, yep, it's done. The move is done. I know the move is done. You know why I know the move is done? It's because we're no longer selling. Oh gosh, we're no longer selling in this precision algorithm. Let me just make that, clean it up. Gosh darn. No. We're no longer selling in the precision. I know it's done. I know it's done. I should already be taking my profit. You could possibly find a better re-entry instead of becoming liquidity. You never want to become liquidity. That really hurts. Just the other day on SPY, I let me see. I made a good trade, and I'll switch over to SPY right quick. I'll switch over to it wherever it's at, and you're gonna see. This is post market, so this is after hours. Great move up, right? Now this was today on SPY. I personally caught the move. Where did I catch it? I think I caught it somewhere. Dang, where did I catch the move? Okay, I remember. I was eating around this point in time. It was, that's 1 o'clock. Let me see. No, that was 2 o'clock. It was 2 o'clock. Around this, No, this is 148. It's almost 2 o'clock. This is 2 o'clock, right here. So I think I caught a move. Maybe right here. I would have to refer back to my contracts because I did take a trade, but I have this pink algorithm here for a reason. I may have taken a call on this break of the selling algo. I may have taken a call. I mean, I know I certainly made a move right here, but I profited well off it, and I knew just based off of structure that this cup was going to close, and that's all I was looking for. That's already. Oh yeah. It was almost like a 3-point move for me. Yeah, that's right. I remember exactly. Yeah, I got in right here at this moment, man. And I said, oh, here it is. Let me make it thicker. I'm gonna get rid of this little there. I'm about to make this thicker. Oh yeah. Because I remember my entry. 0.25, right in that range. Then we had a little point 0.08 retest, and it was just beautiful from there, man. The buying algorithms were already seen. I had already wanted to get in at this point, but I said there's no need to rush. I'm just gonna eat my food, and this is a controlled selling algorithm. This is a controlled selling, very very controlled, very very tamed. Excuse me. So whoever got in right here, beautiful. But I decided to wait. I wanted to eat my food. Make sure I was in a good state of mind to trade. I'm trading my account with less than $100, and that's for sake of accuracy and precision. And I need my money for other things right now. And as well, I'm gonna show y'all the loss. I'm gonna show y'all what got me the other day. But before I do that, we got all the way to 664. I think I took my profit. Around. Well, where's the cup close? So I took my profit around right there. And yeah, I sure did. And this was already my delta times 2. And then we got up another $1, so could have made even more money, but for me it was unnecessary. It was already a great trade. I was done. And I mean, you see throughout that head and shoulder pattern formed, and didn't really go down too far. It just tested that this zone of mutual interest just a bit. We have all this liquidity here, all that liquidity right here, and we just you see how we used it overnight. We see how we used the post market, all pretty much a 10-point move, man. 10 point move. But that's the thing about SPY. That's the thing, because after this 15 minutes expires, you're not gonna make any more money. You have to sell out your contracts at this point. You have an additional 15 minutes with some brokers. I use Thinkorswim, so but they big money in SPY, they play shenanigans, they play games with the retail traders, because it's like, hey, not everybody can be a winner. Not everybody can be a winner on SPY. Sometimes you got to get got, and that's just big money doing their thing. And you see how big money did their thing. They said, yeah, we're gonna wait, because if you're predicting, you're gonna be like, oh man, let's go close the cup at 667. Your contract's way too fucking far out for one, and this is towards the end of the day. You have less than 30 minutes. If it wants to happen, if they want to do it, sure, but it's gonna get you in more trouble than usual if you have a predicting mindset, to where you're like, yeah, you're very convicted, and you're predicting, you're essentially getting into a state of gambling, and that's no good. But this is SPY market. End of the day, it's just not a realistic move to get back to 667, and you see how they wanted to pump it up overnight, and it is what it is. That's okay. We'll see what happens tomorrow. That's all we can do. So let me just scroll back to this other day. I wanna just note this. I want to just note this because here I am. Here I am. I play this resistance. I play this resistance at 664. Not a bad move. Not a bad move. I got in earlier around the. I got in earlier around this and this, and again, man, we're just gonna just for sake of time. That's a controlled bind. We see the head, left shoulder, grab the right shoulder. But you see it said, nah, because here's a cup close down there, right? And here's that, and here's this easy way up, easy way down. And it happened. It happened. Look where it happened. Look where it happened. Not to the final, truly, not to the final 9 minutes, man. Not to the final 9 minutes. I had personally like given up because I was, and here's the important part I want to show you. This is the most important thing. This is about 3 hours of liquidity, man. This is about 3 hours of liquidity. It's ridiculous. It didn't make sense. 3 hours and 5 minutes. So like I got in earlier on, man. I got in like the first hour. I was sitting waiting for 2 hours. I just didn't even like believe anymore. It's like I don't think they want to push it down to this zone of mutual interest, because it's like, damn, bro, I know for sure that we're gonna get to here 659. I know for sure we're gonna get to here 660. I'm not even concerned about 657. Forget 657. Forget 655. Hey man, from where I got in at 664 range, bro, I'm very happy with just 660. I know that it could totally bounce from here. I know that it could bounce from here. Know that it could bounce from there. But this is more beautiful. 657 retest, even right there, 655 retest. And you know, what did we get the next day? Well, before we do that, what did we get right there? We finally got it. Finally got 658 rating. And I was like, man, this was over $300 off a single contract, but I ended up taking a $33 loss because I said, and the thing about liquidity, they were killing all the contracts. You know, during this 3 hours of liquidity chop, they were killing off all the contracts. Puts and calls, just killing them off. Data burn. If you don't know about these Greeks, I believe they refer to them as commonly your theta, your delta, and your gamma. It totally was making the contracts pretty much worthless. They were trying to make contracts worthless, and that's the thing about SPY. You know, big money moves. Anyway, man, just scroll right on over, and you see 658 retest again. Near it, 659. Just beautiful bounces. Beautiful. But yeah, man. Yeah. Let's end the video. 43 minutes is a very, very long time. Please do pardon me. Let's go back and look at gold before we get out of here. I'm in a parking lot right now, doing this outside of the grocery store. I'm about to, yeah, look at that. You know, you could have taken your profit here. The break happened. You could have taken your profit. You said, all right, you know, it's only $3 difference. So it's like, you know, you already made so much money coming from this range. It's already $10. Already $10 profit. And you could have re-entered it on a contract after it built the liquidity, you know, cup close, and then you're like, oh man, shit, like as soon as it broke right here again, as soon as we had this strong green candle, you could have been like, man, dang, I missed it because it happened so quick. If you just remain patient, let's mark this high right there, the 4058, got the 4059, and then, you know, again, just like I was saying, here comes the handle. This was a little more sharp. But we'll take a look at this pink, if I can ever get to it. Oh yeah, just absolutely beautiful handle. Absolutely beautiful handle off of that cup close, and the test of the blue algorithm, just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. Your risk was very slim right here. 4053, 4053 to 4051. That's not even a full, not even what is it? It's not even a full $2. It's not even a full $2. But I guess this is, you know, I don't know. It looks so, for these numbers are so big to me. I'm used to looking at small numbers here, you know. 3 digits, 3 digits, 3 digits. But look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful movement. And you know, if you dug it out right here, props. But dugging it out, it just can get you in trouble sometimes, man. It could have rejected. Could have rejected. And pardon me. It could have rejected and been no good. But you know, here it is. Equilibrium's hit. Take your profit again. You know, your runners should have been first initial profit. Once it broke out, maybe a buyback in right off the blue algorithm, you know, either initially or being patient. Then you got the retest, even better move. And look at that. Just offer this retest, because if you were impatient right here, imagine this. You get in, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got 7 minutes of like, man, what's gonna go on if you just sit on your hands and you're like, okay, man, cup close here. Once we close the cup, I'll get back in. Or if we have a retest to the blue algorithm, which is already discovered, I'll get back in. Because it happened so quick here. It happened so quick. Because we were dancing, and then, you know, it just happened so quick. Well, what can you do sometimes? But look at that. Very, very, very strong. Very, very, very strong precision buying. The lows, 4054 300 to 55835. So let's just mark this just a little bit here, man. Just mark this just a little. Oh, what the heck? Shoot, there we go. Just mark this a little bit. And even stronger precision. And again, already 40. I said I would end the video. I said this would be a short video. A short video, my ass. Astaghfirullah, man. Astaghfirullah. A short video, man. Yeah, okay. Oh, but man, so out of this precision, it just broke. Here's your support, and we'll call it a good one. You already should have made enough money. Beautiful, beautiful inverse head and shoulder pattern. Clearly off of the blue algorithm. This controlled selling. And if we don't break past this, no need to get overzealous. No need to worry. Should have already made your money. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Please leave a like. I just spent 47 minutes analyzing it. It didn't even feel like a single 10 minutes to me. This is, I love what I do. I truly do. You know, all praise to God. All praise, and all thanks. All glory be to God. Truly, truly, truly. Let's get out of here and look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The bounce. Well, for those trading, you will find out and you will know what's happening. For me, I'm going to get out of here. Assalamu alaikum.